The sex abuse issue didn't overshadow anything at the Synod. In fact, I personally think we should have spent much more time talking about it. There's a resistance on some bishops to do that. Some say that this really is a issue of the Western world. But it seems to me that it's an issue of human nature, and it's very important for the Church to talk about it. So I wish we had spent more time not only talking about it, but apologizing to people for it. I don't think the Synod spent very much time talking about human sexuality at all. And we spent very little time talking about the issue that is most commonly on the minds and lips of the young adults in Philadelphia, which is the issue of marriage. You know, many people who are young adults really want to be married and are having a hard time finding a spouse that would share their values and their virtues, actually. We've spent very little time talking about it. It was kind of surprising to me that we didn't spend more time talking about marriage preparation, which is such an important part of the preparation of young adults for married life. There was some discussion of it, very little. And there was very little discussion about human sexuality at all. And anybody who sits in the confessional, and I do that every week, knows that that's an issue not only for young people, but for adults, but especially in a unique kind of ways for young people who are trying to learn how to be human and how to be Christian in a world that really promotes a wrong understanding of human sexuality. You know, this is an issue for people everywhere in the world, not just the United States, because it's a natural desire of men and women to be married. It's not good for man to be alone. We have the Lord, God's word for that himself. And so that's a common issue for young adults everywhere. It would, of course, marriage preparation would be handled differently in Africa and Asia than it would be in Europe or the United States. But nonetheless, how do we prepare young people for the most important decision in their life, which is to get married? Then how do you help young married couples remain faithful and raise children? It seems to me that probably should have been 98% of what we did, because that's 98% of what the issues are for young people, but we didn't spend much time on it at all.